Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm doing a tag, Standout Decks 2025. I guess I didn't do it last year. There's no Standout Decks hashtag on my channel for 2024. Guess I didn't have so much to say. This time though, quite a bit. So without further ado, we are going to talk about the decks that had some special, meaningful time last year. Let's start with Terram's amazing oracle, Cave of Sybil. I haven't used it a lot, so that's not necessarily the reason it's in this video, but it got a crazy mod. And this did sort of catapult me into my next phase of self-work. As you may know, I created magical guidance cards, and the version that I'm using is we have the photo that I took on the front and then the words that correspond on the back. I appreciate that format, so this is why I cut up the beautiful, might I add, guidebook that Terram made. But it's just so that I could really use the cards, feel like I could use them. And even though I haven't read with it that much, it's because it's such a deep dark deep dark deck, and it has this very special feel, right? I don't feel that this is something that I could work with every day, even though I love my darker decks. But I recently added, as you can see on top there, the title, because I felt that I missed that. It's cool, and I know that it's ready for me to use, to really delve into. I feel this deck is so intuitive. Anyone else who has it, please comment below. Let me know if it's the same for you. That we're not really delving into the deck at all. I feel we're really delving into ourselves and the energies that surround us. And I feel, I'm not going to read about anyone else with this deck. It's gonna be that, if I ask a question or I come up with a theme for a reading and I pull a card from this deck, it's gonna be about me, right? Actually, really, as you can tell, I don't have a lot to say about the deck just yet. It's just gorgeous, and I modded it. That's why it's here. Secret Pocket Oracle by Patrick Valenza. I am using this one to death. I always say it, especially with client readings, and it's just so good. Also intuitive, but in a very different way. It's intuitive, I feel, by giving the information, just like here's the image and the word that goes with it. Whereas Cave of Sybil, it's intuitive by giving a riddle that you're not really supposed to solve. So, very different type of work. And honestly, I'm not going to use Cave of Sybil for clients ever, probably. It's really a deck that is supposed to be, I feel, dedicated to working with only you, right? My summer tarot deck. I had so much fun with Tarot de l'Incarnation by Anjuli Osina. So this is a Tarot de Marseille. I also modded it. Cute, right? Oh, and the back here, it's actually little blue eyes. So not my usual style, because it's so starch white and it's computer art, as you can see. But there's really something that I just love about this. Yeah, I've been just absolutely loving this in summer because, well, I have a moment in summer where I can visit my French relatives, and so I speak French, and so it makes sense for me to bring a French deck. Now, I don't always have to do that. It's not like a compulsion, but I do. I'm waiting for a card with the title. There we go, Le Battleur. I do enjoy that, actually, because it makes it makes me feel more immersed in my environment, bringing a French deck and with the French tradition and everything. I just love Tarot de Marseille. It's so good. It's so good to read these more abstract pips. I think this is actually also a really good study deck because, as you can see, there's some Hebrew letters added and some extra little symbols there, like a, sacred heart with the thorn, etc. So I really like it. I feel this was very well done. And the more I work with it, the more I'm convinced this deck is gonna stay. Because I don't know if you guys remember, but when I bought this deck, unboxed this deck, I'm not sure if I unboxed it on camera, but when I bought it and talked about it on YouTube, I mentioned, yeah, it's cool, but it's really not my thing, and it might, leave my collection. And now that I've worked with it for a while, it's never been my main deck. Maybe just honestly last year for a couple of days when I visited my grandparents in France and when I stayed in the van alone for the first time, the camper van, and just really had a blast. It was so much fun. It was a bucket list check off. I got used to it, and I have to say it's so charming. How can computer art be this charming? I don't know how they did it. Also, to hold it in the hands, it's so good because yes, it is glossy. Yeah, but it's really quality. I like it. And the black borders, and it feels so good. It feels so good. I recommend it now. For people who love Marseille, I think this is a really cool one. And it's mass market. The Thoth had a serious moment in 2025, and it is continuing, baby. There are some things in the works. So, I'm going to quickly show this one like this, and then not talk about it anymore because of reasons. And I do adore it, though. It's basically the viewer's loss, right? That I'm not showing it now because it is a treat for the eyes and the soul, and it's, oh my God, beautiful. Also, I got myself a white box blue border Thoth last year. I splurged a little. I sold a couple of decks and then decided, instead of only spending the money on things that I really needed, I also decided to get myself a little something. And I was eyeing a version of this for, years. So this is probably the worst Thoth deck that you can get. It's really, if you love the deck and the history and the mystery and old book smell, oh, you know? And it's like these brown golden tones. There's no core in the cards. I can tell, like this, holding it in the light, that it's the Empress. I can see her face shining through this yellow part of the rose of the cross. So, of the rose cross. And there's stains and it's blurry and the star is almost gray, etc., etc. But I should show you. I just love it so much. I really do. And I really do feel, I kind of cringe a little tiny bit when people say, yeah, this Thoth deck or this Rider-Waite-Smith has a completely different vibe than this Thoth or Rider-Waite-Smith deck, just because of some color differences. And now here I am saying the exact same thing. So I cringe while knowing that it's so true. This deck has a different energy than my greenie. It's very light because there's no core, whereas my greenie, it's a heavy deck. And the colors are beautiful. I love those. And the cardstock is absolutely perfect. But without talking about those, other things, just the deck itself, I feel it's a magical tool, and I'm so thankful to own it. And yes, you know, it's a collector's item for me, but I also really read with it with so much joy, right? Like, for instance, I have also a Blushing Fool blue box Rider-Waite-Smith. And even though I want to keep that deck in my collection, just because it's something I appreciate about it, I'm a tarot reader, I love the history, as I said, I keep it in my collection just as a collector's item. I don't read with it. I much, much prefer reading with my Centennial Rider-Waite-Smith, which is, in my opinion, the best version you can get anyway. And then, I mean, almost shared first place, the hoi polloi. Mwah! Delicious. But you see, I don't read with the blue box Blushing Fool. I feel the colors and lines, they are very sharp. It's a very well produced deck, even still compared to the things that we can get to this day. So, kind of crazy. But I don't enjoy reading with it. I feel the colors are too flat, to be honest. It doesn't take away from the beauty and the preciousness. It just shows that, yeah, I prefer to have an extra atmosphere. Now, speaking about atmosphere, this is a mini greenie, and it's not a vintage deck. This was created also, Make Playing Cards by Anna. It's super green, as you can see. But the reason I am feeling confident, more confident to show this one, it's because we do have a greenie, okay? But then also, you guys may remember I brought this one with me to England and to London when I went to Warburg Institute to see the original Lady Frida Harris paintings. And I did a reading right next to those readings with these cards. I pulled the Magus in my Magus year. Right. Yes. Sorry, I had a brain fart right there. I was like, how can last year be my Magus year and this year be my strength year, even though I chose 11 strength, not 8 strength, going from 1 to 11, but initially last year was 10, Wheel of Fortune. But then I got so many signs in the year ahead spread that I did, so right in the first year of January in 2025, that I needed to focus on the Magician. And here I have a beautiful artwork by Emre that a friend gifted me. It's from the Visionaries Tarot deck, I believe. And I met the artist and another artist as well who made the beautiful, very Thoth-like Eight of Wands. Just so many beautiful things we saw. Very gifted artists and wonderful people as well. But I'm getting off track. So I was trying to say, yeah, I chose number 1 basically over the number 10, realizing that last year, yes, was a Wheel of Fortune year. Wheel of Fortune is 10, but then also 1 plus 0 is 1, so I still very much considered the Magus. So yeah, actually last year for me was Magus year more than Wheel of Fortune, but I feel those energies work together anyway, right? But then this year, if you want to know, it's my year 11 and it's my strength year, and it fits beautifully also. But then also 1 plus 1 is 2, and so I also consider it my priestess year. So it's nice to work with these energies over the course of a year. I feel it gives direction and it frames the goals that we may have. So I enjoy that practice very much. If you want to know all about this and really all the work that goes on behind the scenes, let's say, of this YouTube channel, feel free to check out my Patreon. Most of it happens in the after party tier. That is also the most popular tier. But yeah, feel free to check it out. We have some fun there, and I am super excited, actually, more excited than I usually am, for all the things that are happening there backstage on Patreon. So there, I plugged my own Patreon, but it's for a good reason, yeah? I think we really are having fun there. Another deck that really ruled in 2025 was the Polka Tarot. It may be out of print, although I keep hearing people can still get it on Amazon France or something along those lines. You can check out my other videos, including this deck, and maybe even my latest live, actually. I remember that now. Someone asked and someone mentioned where they got their deck very, recently. So this deck ruled for the Halloween season. I have my share of spooky Halloween type decks, and this one was the one, that I vibed the most with in 2025, because I also always whip out the Halloween tarot. It's so cheeky and cute, but so good. And I have also the Gothic tarot. So I think those are the three main spooky ones. Actually, now, if you watched last video, I most certainly have more spooky decks, right? Oracle decks to work with. So for Halloween, and then, there's always one reigning one. And the polka was it last year. I love it so much. It's so good. And again, pip deck. And the last deck that I want to share, that I did a whole video about, oh no, almost last deck, I lied, is the Wildwood. I had this deck for such a long time, and it's so used now and old, and it's the old version with the horrible glossy stock, and this time it actually is horrible cardstock. But I so bonded with it for weird, random life reasons. And I'm so not willing to let this go, I know I keep showing the same decks, which is probably why I didn't do Standout Decks 2024, because I felt, what's the point? But here I am again, just showing that we can connect and have this deep, wonderful love with a deck. It's kind of unclear why. It's just because I think at some point we felt drawn to it and read with it a lot, and now we love it. It's sometimes it's just that simple, And people keep telling me that there's this new version, there's no copyright, the cards are matte, so it's more beautiful. And I don't feel like I would want that, because that means that if I really do find the other version better, which I probably would, because you guys are right, you're a great resource in my tarot, collection practice, let's say, or library research. But then that means that I would need to let this one go. That means that I would present myself with a choice that I really don't want to make. The reason is, I connected to all these decks, and not just the deck, but the actual copy, the physical copy. This is mine. So there's a lot of energy in there. There's a lot of relief. There's a lot of tears and laughter and epiphanies, lessons. So I don't want to lose that. So that's how I see my decks. And sometimes it doesn't happen, right? Sometimes there's just no connection, or the connection can just instantly be severed because we realize we never really liked the deck. We preferred the idea of a deck. All of that can happen. But I'm just saying, I'm showing you decks, all of them. I have something really special with. I feel with most of my decks, really. And then now I think, yeah, before I received Manuela's gifts, this was my last deck, my newest deck, the Archetypes deck. It is frankly amazing. Just the artwork is beautiful. I prefer it much more because of the color and the collage aspect than the original Wild Unknown, which was, of course, its own beautiful thing. Just the work that went into it and the guidebook, seriously blowing my mind. The quality is good, as you can see. I got the small one. It's nice. I feel that this is also a really good gift to give. So I already have a friend in mind that's gonna get this one, right? And in the tin, it's small, it's cute. It doesn't have to be a tarot person or even an esoteric person to see meaning in this deck or find it interesting or fun. I think I think also I'm making half sentences, but I believe you understand what I'm saying. I'm saying this is a very good gift for, I think, a broad range of people and for tarot people as well. I seriously have still so much to explore when it comes to this deck. It's not a daily pull for me just yet, or at the moment really, because I have some other work to do. Again, I talk about that a lot on Patreon. I feel this is really a deck that any tarot or oracle reader should own. I feel confident in saying that, even though I don't know the deck by heart just yet. I'm not sure how quick that would happen anyway. But yeah, I feel confident that the guidebook is extremely well written. It's been surprising me in the best sense, and I feel I should make a video about it. I think I already said that. Mainly I'm just saying, wow, this was such a good purchase, and I just purchased it because honestly it was cheap and it looked cute, and I had already gifted it to a family member the year prior, and then I got it for myself in October around my birthday, for my birthday. Very small, affordable gift to myself, and accidentally loving the crap out of it. So, yeah, good call. I think if you don't know your next deck purchase, just go with this one. We don't always have to go for the newest, most trending deck, right? I know this deck's been out for a couple years now, I think. It's so good, and if you haven't explored it, I say do it. Now, this year, 2026, I am using different decks because let's not forget, I also have my main decks, right? My top 5. They also always reign. This year, I am using different decks as main decks. It's an experiment. It's something new to represent something new. My patrons know. So again, feel free to check that out if you want to know more, much more actually, of what's going on backstage. Thank you so much for listening. Click the bell and select all if you want to be notified when I upload, or if you want to see my videos in your feed at all. Also, I've been told that updating the YouTube app might do the trick also. It kind of resets the algorithm to what you actually chose to see. If you're ready for that refresh, go ahead and do that. And yeah, I want to thank you guys again, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.